what time it is. It's time for another revisited video. I don't have a graphic for that. This shirt is reserved for the revisiting analysis videos. Today's one of them. If you do not know, let me tell you what the hell is about to happen. Back in 2020, when the thing happened. My band, Sweet Clarity, decided to try our hand at filming some reaction videos. We had a good time. We did lots of songs that people suggested, and we learned a lot of bands. We had a really fun time getting exposed to all this epic music that was out there that we, kind of in the sheltered American sphere, did not know existed beforehand. However, when we did the reaction videos at that point, I hate calling them that, but at that point they were reaction videos because it wasn't really much more than just watching. We kind of watched the video, didn't know what the hell was going on, said that was cool, and called it there. So what I'm trying to do here is redeem my dumb ass self from some of the other reactions that we did previously because they were not very in-depth and not very good. So the one that I wanted to go back and revisit today was a Sabaton song. I'm pretty sure, by the way, is it Sabaton or is it Sabaton? As I'm learning French, I'm like, wait a minute. Sabaton is a French word. It must be Sabaton.
Sabaton.
Anyway, it's a Sabaton song called Night Witches. I brought this up because when the band did it the first time, the reaction was okay. It was fine. We did the thing, but we committed a mortal sin in the eyes of Sabaton fans, and we didn't look at the backstory behind it. And we just got absolutely railed in the comments, right? It was awful. So what I want to do this time is, number one, offer, the newfound analysis that I'm trying to offer, but at the same time, we're gonna actually go and get the backstory of this song so that we know what's happening before it happens. Now, I did this with 82nd All the Way that I analyzed about a month ago, and I'm very, very, very glad that I did so because that really did kind of give that song an extra layer of epicness and much more context to what was going on. All right, yeah, so we got some badass Russian ladies attacking the Germans. What could possibly go wrong there? That's crazy. Okay, all right, so now I know what's going on. So now the comments section couldn't possibly find something at fault with me. Never. That's okay. I love you, comment section. Oh, shit.
Bro, I better see him doing his arm thing. Fucking animated.
I just want to ride in a battle on a horse. Okay, first off, the man threw his pistol at a moving plane. Sabaton is the band where, you got all these epic metal bands who are like these 11-minute elaborate songs full of orchestras and shit. They're like, no, you want metal? 3 minutes in your face. All right, so we've got the animated video. Let's do this.
The Germans are resting behind the lines of the Eastern Front, their tents in neat rows. All is in order in the quiet and still of the night.
I didn't know it was narrated.
And the winter snow crunches under the jackboot of a guard. Looking up into the sky, the snow starts to drift down. It's
This
peaceful
is cool.
here. Was that a noise from the sky?
I don't remember this from last
No,
time.
it's just the wind. Suddenly, piercing the still of the night, there's an otherworldly scream and a whoosh as a dark form speeds by. And was that a woman's laughter in the distance? There are no engine sounds, and the suddenly fearful German soldier loses his footing and whispers under his breath, Die Nachthexen. The world is all at once a bloom of fire and ash, and 2 more dark forms pass without a sound.
Amazing.
Hearing the whooping and celebration of these supernatural creatures, the guard shakes himself from his fear and calls out, Die Nachthexen! Die Nachthexen! The Night Witches! In the sky above, 3 planes of the soon-to-be famous 588th Night Bomber Regiment, their engines now running, turn east for home. Time to rearm and refuel for another mission. Coming into land,
Just a quick
they're
little
greeted by their
sortie.
Commissar, Yevdokia Rashkevich. The young girls that form the pilots and navigators are between the ages of 17 and 26. They are desperate to take the fight to the Germans and have traveled from all over Russia to join the all-women regiments. The 588th is where the least skilled of all the women are placed, but that didn't stop them from carving their name in history. In the early days, they were largely ridiculed by the Soviet men. Given men's uniforms that were too big and shoes all of the same size, the women did the best they could with the clothes, making them fit with belts or filling the large men's shoes with stuffing. The equipment they were given was woefully out of date. The Polikarpov PO2 was a two-man trainer, underpowered and made of cloth and wood. These old string bags were nicknamed crop dusters, or even worse, sewing machines due to the noise their tiny engines made. But the women of the 588th ignored the taunts.
This is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
The plane's shortcomings to their advantage. The planes at maximum speeds were far below the stall speeds of any of the German fighters, giving them a tight turning circle. They were almost impossible to hit. They were susceptible to small arms fire and anti-aircraft guns, so their strategy was to attack in threes, with a navigator in each plane. At her signal, the pilot would cut the engines and swoop in slowly, silently, dropping their bombs, dealing death from above. Unexpected, undetected, stealth perfected. If necessary, the other two would draw fire from the fighters or from the ground. They slept during the day and rose at dusk to take their vengeance on the invaders. This unnatural bravery and their stealth tactics earned them their title, the Night Witches. The German ace Johannes Steinhoff said, "We simply couldn't grasp that the Soviet airmen that caused us the greatest trouble were in fact women. These women feared nothing."
Whoa. Looks like I didn't need to look that up. All right, let's go. Let's do this. I forgot about this video.
Somewhere down below, they're looking for the foe. Numbers all around. You can hide, you can move, just a fight that attacks their bruise. In the dark, silent through the night, the witches on the fight. Never miss the mark. Canvas, wings of death, prepare to meet your fate. Night Bomber Regiment, 388. Undetected, unexpected.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this.
Deviation, undetected, still perfected. Force on losing ground, retreat into the sound. Get this in the air.
So good.
Confirming on the fist. Strength from which is there. Target bound from around, battle sound from the battleground. Saving high. Lodging awaits, defeat them at the gates. Live to fight and fly. Canvas, wings of death, prepare to meet your fate.
This song just right in your face doesn't let up, does it?
Undetected, unexpected, wings of glory, tell the story. Deviation, undetected, still perfected.
These guys are the master of the hook. Ooh. Cool solo, that was nice. Oh, it's not over. Nice. What? Awesome.
"32 women, both pilots and navigators never came home. The 588th became highly decorated and respected, flying more than 23,000 sorties, dropping over 3,000 tons of bombs. 23 Night Witches were awarded the Hero of the Soviet Union, although they were disbanded just 6 months after the war and not allowed to fly in the victory parade, given their planes were so slow. From 1956, after she retired from active service, their commissar Yevdokia Rashkevich took it upon herself to find the site of every single one of her girls that was downed, to mark the place and to pay her respects to each one of the incredibly brave Night Witches.
Ooh, got chills. Damn. Why was this not the one that we saw initially? This one had the background. The one that we saw did not have the background, but it was still this animated one. I remember very specifically commenting about how the lady flying got mad. I'm pretty sure I called her a man at the time because I didn't know. I was like, that guy got mad and just threw his pistol out the window. Oh, okay, we deserved the hate. That was... we deserved it. We were stupid. Man, okay, I've said this before, but I'll say it again here. Sabaton has this crazy ability, and other bands kind of do the same thing. Okay, let me start over. You have a song, and the song is a banger, and it's a level of enjoyment that sits right about here, right? The song is good. Like, even the greatest song in the world sitting right about here. Then what happens is you develop an emotional connection in some way, whether that be just from hearing the song 1,000 times, that'll elevate it, or maybe the song was there for you when you were going through a hard time in life, and that's how you connect with it, and that elevates it up. Or what you can do here is you can make the song significant in a different way, a way that it tells the story of either something real or fictional, doesn't matter. But if the listener is aware of the backstory and they know what's going on and they know of the stakes baked within the song and all the other kind of emotional tension that comes along with the situation that the song is representing, that helps you connect with it emotionally, and it really elevates things to the next level. This song did that 100%, and I mean, you got to give massive credit to this video here and the animation and everything, because they really did. They took the time. Arguably, they took longer than the actual length of the song to explain what was going on and to get you invested and connected into what's going on before you even heard the first note of the song. And so by the time the song has started, you've been basically vomited information out for 3 to 4 minutes, and you're into it now. You're like, all right, these Night Witches are epic. I want to see what they do, and I want to see how they're represented in song. And then the song kicks off, and it has these words that on their own wouldn't make any sense. Undetected, unexpected, wings of glory tell their story. Aviation, deviation, undetected, stealth perfected. Like, if you were just to say that just with no context, if you were just to list that as like a poem, it'd be like, oh, okay, so you talking about like a bird? But now with all this background, you're like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and you're into it. It's not an enigmatic lyric anymore. Like, this means something very concrete, and it really hits you here real quick, real fast. So it's a great, dare I say, narrative technique is to do something like this. And it works every single time. It's freaking awesome. And so yeah, we deserved all the hate that we got for not looking this up beforehand. Freaking dumbasses. All right. Okay, so we got that out of the way. So let's actually talk about the song here. So I said it while it was going, but this song was just like, it was just balls to the wall, just... We're just gonna go. Here's your verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, outro. Like, just like that. Boom. 3 minutes. Dead. Face. Right? It was insane. And Sabaton is the king of that stuff. You've got Joachim Broden in there, who's just got his manliest of man voices, just basically just doing his chant. And just, oh God, it's perfect. It's hard to describe, but the way that Sabaton writes their stuff and the subject matter and everything just makes sense. Like, it doesn't feel forced. It just makes sense. Okay, you've got a band that sounds like this. They're obviously singing about stuff from like World War I and World War II and all this. That's exactly what it is. And yeah, they're just the kings of the quick hook. You know, undetected. Like, you know, I think it was the rhythm more that stuck with me. Point of it is, I'm never gonna forget this song now. When I heard it just now, a lot of it came back to me from like 4 years ago. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't heard it since. Maybe once or twice, but I haven't heard it a ton since. The fact that it stuck with me after one listen through all this time is pretty impressive. It's pretty cool. So the point of it is, they've definitely got the earworm side of things locked down. Hard. They know what they're doing, and they're on a mission, and they do it well. The guitar solo was actually really cool. It felt like they were switching off. It was one guy, then the other guy. The other guy, the second guy, I thought was really cool because he was doing some diminished kind of scales over the top of it, and it was played out a little bit. It was, you know, it was a little more interesting. It was a little less diatonic and a little more. Actually, let me see if I can show you. I'm gonna just do something real small to show you what caught my ear. That camera died, but that's okay. We'll do this quick. You have, let's say we're in like B. What you can do is to keep things still diatonic. Typically in minor, the second scale degree is a diminished. So if we're 1, 2, which in this case is a C sharp, it's a diminished scale. So what you can get away with is doing this like symmetrical diminished scale, which sounds like this. And what's interesting about that scale is it's all minor thirds. There's it's at like 3 steps, 3 half steps between every note. So what makes it symmetrical is you can play the same shape anywhere on the neck, really, as long as you're playing, you know, in one of those notes. So you can do like a something like that. Sorry, that was kind of shitty, but like, yeah, so you have like this. And so that, like, that's what he was doing. So like, you're doing your stuff in B, right? You're just doing your little wanks, your little wankages. And then all you got to do is just do like a, and there's your out, and it comes back in. So you have like your B stuff. And then just real quick, and then you're done, you know? So it's a cool way to kind of get around and play out just a little bit without, you know, breaking a ton of rules or making it really weird. You make it kind of a little like, oh, and then it comes back and you're like, oh, awesome, love it. Okay, well, before this camera dies, thanks everybody for sticking around to the end of this revisited video. I hope this time I paid my respects to the song. We did it justice, and we did it right. I thought I got a lot more out of it the second time, just like what we did with Romanticide by Nightwish the first time. Got a lot more out of it, learned a lot more, was able to break down a lot more, because now I know a lot more. I'm a lot more mature than I was 4 or 5 years ago, believe it or not. So yeah, it was good, and I can butcher guitar and just show you how not to do stuff moving forward. So if you enjoyed what I did, make sure you hit the subscribe button below, because we do lots of this stuff, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. I sing in 2 bands, play guitar in a third. All the info's in the description below. If you do feel so inclined, on this channel, I do some one-man band covers where I play all the instruments, and I sing, and I mix, and shoot the video and everything here in this space, all by myself. It's a good time. So, you know, if you want to stick around for that, you can. It's pretty cool. Whether or not you want to stick around, it's cool. All I have to say to you is get out.